Our ride with Border Patrol covered large portions of the Tohono O'odham Nation, whose land spans both Arizona and Mexico. It puts some of the problems around border enforcement on the tribe's doorstep, so to speak, and leaders there refer to it as a tri-national issue. We went on another ride, this time with tribal leaders, to get a better understanding of life on the nation and their relationship with federal law enforcement. The Tohono O'odham Nation is comprised of 14,000 tribal members. 9,000 of them live in Arizona, primarily in the community of Sells and in nearby villages. The nation covers about 2.8 million acres. Much of that is directly along the U.S.-Mexico border. A symbol of the nation is Babakivari Peak. It's more than a landmark to the nation.
The significance to Babakivari is one of the places our creator, Itoi, calls home. It is very important for the O'odham, the people, to preserve and protect our sacred sites.
Here, talk of border security is a delicate subject.
Although it's a border here between two countries, to us it's an invisible line.
This is the San Miguel Gate, where tribal members can cross freely, so to speak. Most days you'll see military in Mexico and Border Patrol agents in the U.S. When there's no one, it's an honor system.
As tribal members, in order to cross at a traditional crossing point such as the San Miguel Gate here, a tribal member would have to present their tribal ID to the United States Border Patrol agent. They ask them a number of questions, and what they do generally is run a check on them to find out if they have any wants or warrants, or are they wanted for a crime, or have they created have violated any immigration issues in the past. And they have the opportunity to deny a person, right, to come in. But this is just to inform them that they are a tribal member, that they may go to the reservation to seek social services.
That cultural freedom is what Verlon Jose wants to maintain. Over the years, the aesthetics of this border have changed. A more fortified fence has slowed drug and human smuggling while allowing for this environment to remain mostly intact.
People often ask, what is your relationship with the Border Patrol or the Department of Homeland Security? I believe we have an okay relationship. I won't call it great. I believe that there has been some opportunity for the nation to be at the table. I also believe that if we continue to talk to each other, that we can be allies and not divided as enemies. Because the first things that happen is that the federal government and their army of border patrols come in and say, okay, well, we're federal agents, we have authority over here, and looked at every tribal member as a criminal, as suspect, and we're not. We have a vested interest here to protect the land as well too. So we had to work on communications, just like we're working on the communications with the Mexican government. We have to have a seat at the table.
That relationship has improved over recent years, says Richard Saunders, who oversees public safety on the nation.
It just so happens that the Tohono O'odham Nation was, kind of a bottleneck, path of least resistance, if you will.
Turns out the feds and tribal members were fighting the same fight against drug smugglers and human traffickers. So over the years, they forged a relationship through communication and respect.
I am totally confident as a result of law enforcement partnerships, efforts, intelligence gathering, vehicle barriers that we're standing in front of, all the resources of manpower, technology, has all played a role in reducing activity, not only through the Tohono O'odham Nation, but to the rest of the United States there.
Border Patrol agents have limited authority here, and the same goes for tribal enforcement.
Because of manpower and staffing issues that the Tohono O'odham Police currently has, there's been a number of times, particularly in some of the remote villages and particularly down south in some of the remote southern villages there, there'd be a call for service there, and we'd put it out, and Customs and Border Protection, our federal partners, they'd respond and they'd be the first on scene. It's a must. It's a must that we work hand in hand, we work jointly, put all politics aside there. We'll leave that to the higher level there, but it's a must that we We collaborate, we partnership, we share intelligence, we respond to calls to back each other up there. That is vitally important in our effort to secure, protect not only the good citizens of the Tohono O'odham Nation, but the good citizens of Arizona and the United States there for that matter.
In this rural community, poverty and crime are part of life here, feeding into social and behavioral issues.
It saddens me to know that tribal members, community members, family members also participate in this when we're trying to stop the war on drugs, stop the war on illegal activity. However, it's unfortunate that there are many challenges on the nation. The poverty rate is high. There are no jobs. There are no homes. There's no infrastructure. There's no businesses. So as a tribal leader, we work to try to bring some of those things. Unfortunately, it's easy for someone to walk up to a high school student and say, hey, I'll give you $1,000 if you drive this car from here to there. Or I'll give you $5,000 if you carry this backpack from here to there. And what's a young person to think?
Jose says the nation is working to create economic and educational opportunities, but it's a tough balance.
The Tohono O'odham Nation has created laws, policy to govern the land, not just because they want, it's an intent to keep non-members off the nation. The laws were created to protect the members of this nation.
Maintaining a cultural identity while securing a nation remains a work in progress.